Level up your English from basic to intermediate and advanced. Superfluous. Not needed or extra. Example, wearing 3 jackets in summer is superfluous. Beyond what is necessary, often making it unnecessary or redundant. Example, the report included superfluous details that distracted from the main findings. Excessive, redundant, or non-essential, often implying they diminish clarity or efficiency. Example, superfluous commentary can obscure the rigor of the argument. Sentimental. Feeling strongly about something because it makes you emotional or reminds you of the past. Example, he felt sentimental when he saw his childhood home. Having emotions that are tied to memories, personal value, or affection, often beyond practical reasons. Example, the watch wasn't expensive, but it had sentimental value because it was his grandfather's. An appeal to tender emotions. Nostalgia or affection with a degree of idealization or emotional excess. Example, the film's ending was deliberately sentimental, designed to evoke tears rather than critical reflection. Nurture. To take care of someone or something so it can grow or be healthy. Example, parents nurture their children by giving them love and food. To support growth and development through care, guidance, or encouragement. Example, teachers nurture students' talents by helping them practice and improve. To cultivate and foster potential with sustained attention and intentional development. Example, she carefully nurtured professional relationships, recognizing their long-term impact on her career trajectory. Resemble. To look like someone or something. Example, the baby resembles his father. To have a similar appearance or qualities to another person or thing. Example, the new building resembles the old library in design. To exhibit a likeness or correspondence in form, character, or function, often implying partial similarity rather than exact identity. Example, his abstract painting resembles a landscape only in its color palette and composition. Treasure. Something very valuable or special. To love or keep safe something important. Example, gold is a treasure. An item of great worth or importance. To value deeply and hold with care or affection. Example, he treasures the friendship they built over many years. Something regarded as possessing exceptional significance. To cherish profoundly. Assigning enduring worth beyond utility or monetary value. Example, she treasured the mentor's advice, recognizing its transformative impact on her career. Woo-woo. Something that sounds strange, magical, or not real. Example, she likes woo-woo stuff about energy and vibes. Beliefs or practices that are unscientific, mystical, or based on imagination rather than facts. Example, his explanation of energy beams was too woo-woo for the science class. Ideas that are dubiously mystical, supernatural, or pseudoscientific. Often used dismissively to critique practices lacking empirical support. Example, the author dismissed the seminar's woo-woo spirituality in favor of evidence-based psychology. Rah-rah. Very cheerful, excited, or loud. Example, she loves the rah-rah at pep rallies. Showing over-the-top enthusiasm or blind support, often without thinking deeply. Example, his rah-rah speech made the project sound easy, even though it was difficult. Superficial boosterism or exaggerated enthusiasm, often used dismissively to critique shallow motivation or groupthink. Example, some executives motivate employees with rah-rah slogans rather than addressing systemic challenges. Digress. To go off topic when speaking or writing. Example, he often digresses when telling stories, adding details that aren't important. To temporarily move away from the main subject in conversation or writing. Example, during her lecture, She digressed to share a funny personal story. To deviate from the central theme or argument, introducing material that may enrich or distract from the discourse. Example: the philosopher deliberately digressed to illustrate a broader cultural context, enhancing the depth of his analysis. Soothing. Something that makes you feel calm and comfortable. Example: the baby fell asleep to the soothing sound. Something that reduces stress, pain, or discomfort, bringing a sense of relief or peace. Example: her soothing words helped calm his worries before the exam. Alleviating distress, mitigating discomfort, or fostering tranquility, often through sensory or emotional influence. Example: the soothing ambiance of the spa, with its muted lighting and gentle aromas, promoted deep relaxation. Sanctuary. A safe place where someone or something is protected. Example: the library was her sanctuary from the noisy streets. A place of safety, peace, or protection, often from danger or stress. Example: refugees found sanctuary in the small village. A sacred or inviolable space that provides refuge. Example: national parks function as sanctuaries, preserving biodiversity against the encroachment of industrial expansion. Aesthetic. Something looks nice or beautiful. Example: this room has a cozy aesthetic. It looks warm and nice. The way something looks and feels, especially its style or design. Example: the cafe's aesthetic is modern, with clean lines and bright lights. Principles of beauty, taste, and artistic value. Example: the minimalist aesthetic emphasizes simplicity, balance, and the absence of unnecessary detail. Cement. A gray powder used to make buildings strong. To make something stick together firmly. Example: the workers mixed cement to build the wall. A building material that hardens and holds things together. To make a relationship, idea, or plan stronger and more lasting. Example: the trip cemented their friendship. A binding substance used in construction, typically composed of limestone and clay, that hardens when mixed with water. To firmly establish or reinforce something. Example: the treaty cemented diplomatic relations between the two nations. Shatter. To break into many small pieces. Example: the glass fell and shattered on the floor. To break something suddenly and completely, or to ruin something important. Example: the explosion shattered the building's facade. To cause something to disintegrate violently into fragments. To disrupt stability, confidence, or established structures. Example: the scandal shattered public trust in the institution, altering its reputation for decades. Malice. The wish to hurt someone or be mean. Example: she acted out of malice by spreading lies about her classmate. Strong dislike or hatred that makes someone want to harm another. Example: he spoke with malice in his voice. The deliberate intention to cause harm, injury, or suffering. Example: in law, malice refers to the conscious intent to commit a wrongful act without justification. Ambiguity. Not clear and can have more than one meaning. Example: her answer had ambiguity. I didn't know if she said yes or no. Can be understood in two or more ways. Example: there's ambiguity in the rules, so players don't know what to do. The presence of multiple possible interpretations within a text, statement, or situation, often creating uncertainty or complexity. Example: the poet deliberately used ambiguity to invite readers to find their own meaning. A slap on the wrist. A small punishment for doing something wrong. Example: the player broke the rule and got a slap on the wrist. A mild or weak punishment compared to the seriousness of the mistake. Example: he lied to his boss, but instead of being fired, he got a slap on the wrist. A disproportionately lenient sanction, often criticized for failing to deter misconduct. Example: critics argue that such penalties are merely a slap on the wrist and do not address systemic corruption. Backlash. A strong negative reaction. Example: fans showed backlash when the show ended suddenly. A public or group reaction against an action, decision, or trend, usually showing disapproval. Example: the company faced backlash after raising prices. A collective, often organized, counter-reaction to change. Example: after new environmental regulations were introduced, industries mounted a backlash, arguing the rules threatened economic growth. Relentless. Never stopping. Keep going without giving up. Example: he was relentless in practicing soccer every day. Persistent, determined, or harsh without pause. Example: the relentless heat made it hard to work outside. Unyielding intensity, persistence, or severity. Refusing to diminish. Example: the scientist pursued her research with relentless rigor, refusing to compromise on accuracy. Dissect. To cut something open to look inside. Example: in biology class, we dissected a flower. To carefully examine something by breaking it into smaller parts. Example: the doctor dissected the tissue to study the disease. To methodically separate and analyze the components of a physical specimen, concept, or argument, often for scientific or intellectual study. Example: she dissected the theory to expose its logical inconsistencies. Impeccable. Perfect, without mistakes. Example: he has impeccable manners. Flawless, extremely good, showing no errors or faults. Example: the chef's cooking was impeccable, every dish tasted amazing. Exemplary and beyond reproach, demonstrating absolute precision, correctness, or excellence. Example: the lawyer presented an impeccable argument, supported by thorough evidence and logical reasoning.